Hey guys, Feral Strike here with day 28 of Project Island of Blood, and also day 28 of the July Painting Challenge. And today, as you can see, the twins are still painted up. I think I just need to wash these and they'll be done. And I got to work on the third guy, which is the guy who's grabbing one of his arrows. Actually, I didn't paint the arrows yet, the arrowheads, the arrow feathers yet. I'm gonna paint them in blue. But yeah, I haven't painted that part, but I did get to the horse and the oranges, purples, golds, and silvers. So I think I'll be doing a nice wash for these guys, and they'll be near done. Just their base, maybe the feathers a bit more color, like some bleach bone to make it like the griffin's wings. Not that they take griffin's wings, but feathers, that is. Well, they probably do. You know, the fluff, maybe I should research this about Illyrian Reavers first, but I know they're from the Illyrian province, I think. But yeah, maybe I should research this more. Yeah, maybe I should create some fluff for these guys. I haven't really thought about it, but that was one of the tertiary objectives that I haven't looked for. So maybe I should do that, think about it more as I'm painting the last two guys, which I did a little bit of work on these two guys. Not too much, just filling in some gaps, and yeah, I'm going to work on them more tomorrow. I didn't get as much as I planned today, but I still got something, so that's worth it. I'm going to do the bases in a snow pattern. Snow bases, I mean. Snow pattern. I've got in mind the PVA method with baking soda. And my dad just bought a lot of baking soda because I like to bake. So I'm going to mix use of that. I'm going to base all my Island of Blood miniatures, including the Skaven, which I painted the models, and I'll show you guys at the end of this challenge. So I actually got the questions up today, and today's question is: if you were to move any of the fiction forward, how would you advance the storyline? And I answered not really. Some of these questions are really answered on the page. Well, for me, my orcs, last year I decided that my orcs would be, let's bring up Gary this way. Last year I talked about how these orcs were in the Badlands. Maybe I can answer the tertiary objective. I did a tertiary objective the 27th, but not the previous one on the 20th, which is dedicating a video to background fluff. So I think I'll do that here. And this video is probably going more than 5 minutes, but you know, that doesn't, I probably need that time anyways. So yeah, last year I talked about how my Orc and Goblin army and many of the other armies, including my Wood Elves, were around the area of the Badlands and the desert, in between there, I think. And that's why they have the sandy bases. And I don't know if I'll extend the fluff, or have any ideas about it. But what I did say was that the Wood Elves were kind of like mortal enemies with the Orc and Goblins in the Badlands. The Badland Elves, or the Desert Elves. And they would always send forest sprites to spy, like this guy, on the Orcs and Goblins. And there's a big history between the Great Eagles, which I probably won't get, but have a backstory for the Great Eagles and the Spider Riders, or the gigantic Arachnorax spiders of the Badlands. So that's why the 4 Spider Riders in my Orc and Goblin army have red feathers, because the red feathers are like the the wood elf, badland elf, red eagles that they have. Maybe I should get eagles and an Arachnarok slider. That's neither, and that's whatever. I want to extend it and maybe include a third force or fourth force into the fold. I was gonna plan to do all my armies of Badlands, but number one, I think I'm running out of sand. Number two, I don't want to get lazy. I want to try something different for the bases. And number three, yeah, I don't want all my armies centered around the Badlands, I guess. The Lizardmen and Warriors of Chaos, I haven't decided. Maybe I'll do the snow bases for them too. But the Lizardmen, I should try something different. More Lustrian, maybe. You know, have that kind of background for them. But yeah, I don't know if I extend any fluff or fiction. You know, when I read that question, I was thinking of Star Trek, Into Darkness, and how James T. Kirk, Captain Kirk, had to sacrifice himself. And I was thinking, oh, what would it be like if James T. Kirk died and they couldn't help him? And oh, spoiler alert! Oh, freak! If you maybe I'll just post it in the description. If you watch Star Trek Into Darkness, if you haven't watched it, there's gonna be a spoiler. Yeah, I'll probably do that. Anyways, that's it for today. Gary's getting tired, so am I, and I'm getting all my basing material tomorrow. So maybe tomorrow you'll see these guys based, or maybe just the Lyrian Reavers first and then basing in between the 2 days, the 29th, the 30th, and the 31st. Anyways, peace, and see you guys in the next one.